The Adam Schefter Podcast.
What Goodell wants, Deshaun Watson banished from football for the season. Of all the outcomes that we're talking about right now, the most likely outcome is that Deshaun Watson will not play football in the 2022 season. Now, there are other ways this can go, but that is the most likely outcome, that we will not see Deshaun Watson at all in the 2022 season.
Listen and subscribe to the Adam Schefter Podcast wherever you get your podcast.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? Two Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now, because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
Hello and welcome in to the most wacky show to reach your earways. That's right, welcome to the Afternoon Blitz on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Radio Network. And I'm your host, Captain Cool.
Oh my goodness, it's Captain Cool!
Someone lose a grenade. Oh yeah. That's right, baby. That's Captain Cool. If you didn't hear it, because that sounder came out of nowhere. Make sure you guys find us online at theblitzsportsradio.com and on Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio and on Twitter at the Blitz_sports. Smokey, make sure you're listening. I know he's not. He doesn't even have his headphones on right now, but he'll probably reiterate those so you guys know, just in case you missed out in the beginning. And make sure you're following us on Twitch and YouTube at WZZN TV for more than just sports talk. And you guys, I know you want to go over there because you want to see our beautiful faces, me and Bandi Man, and sometimes maybe even Smokey behind the glass. But yeah, if you guys want to join in on any of the conversations today, make sure you call us at 256-576-4977. And you know what you're doing. You're hanging with the chillest crew in sports radio. To my left, Bandi Man.
Oh, no, there they go.
All of them, yep.
There they go.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
But what is going on, Captain Cool?
I don't know. I'm seeing some crazy Browns news right now. It just came out a little bit ago about Jimmy Garoppolo maybe even heading to Cleveland.
Oh,
yeah, maybe. Kevin Stefanski might have some different plans instead of starting, Brissett. So, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later. I'm looking forward to it. What are you looking forward to today, Bandi?
I'm looking forward to talking a little bit, quick update on the Rocket League World Championship, but also we got a pro esports player getting sponsored by Nike.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's some top 10 ESPN type stuff right there.
Indeed. And making sure that everybody hears those stories, are always reliable producer, Smokey Mike Honcho.
Smokey! Hey, Smokey.
Honcho's the name, Smokey's the game. What's up, boys?
How's it going, Smokey?
Just chilling out. That's it.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a little hectic in this control room right
now. I noticed.
I listened to you, so I heard you get all the particulars out of the way. Captain Cool.
Just making sure.
I didn't lose the grenade this time. So.
That's good. That's actually a good one right there.
You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Rose Scholar. He's at CPTCool420. And the Bandi Man is at BLarry2016.
Oh, yeah.
WZZN TV is where you can watch us. Yeah, and that's what Captain Cool has already said.
Hey, People might have missed it, so you just tell them what you got to tell them.
Well, I'm sorry if I have a booming radio voice, unlike you here.
Man, I'm just quick with it. I just talk quick. That's all I do, and you pick up the slack like a shortstop.
But we got a pretty good show coming up today. As in the next segment, we're going to have Matt Baker from the Tampa Bay Times on with us to preview not only Florida, but Florida State. Maybe even a little UFC talk, or not UFC, UCF talk.
That'd be cool too, but
man, what Malzahn's doing down there in Orlando, and then got an exciting East play-by-play going on right here, coming up in the top of the 3.
Excited.
Followed by What's Cool with Captain Cool, and then of course I'm going to put out the DF3. And it's only one game that I could do anything with today because baseball is all throughout until there's only one game going on tonight.
What do you got? What's the game?
The Field of Dreams, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I talked about it yesterday, guys.
Cubs and Reds, and apparently they're going to bring out Harry Carey for the 7th inning stretch tonight, it looks like.
Okay. Very interesting. Going to be watching that. Going to be watching that and having fun with it, too, because those jerseys are a spectacle to see. Maybe not the teams, though. But we'll see. It should be a good game at least.
Right.
But, yeah, we got plenty to go over. Coming in the Captain Cool section of the show, we're going to be talking about some preseason matchups coming up because it's football time, baby. It's football time. Sorry, I'm so excited. I just want to freaking talk and be loud with it, too. And then we got some interesting stuff about Fortnite video games and stuff because I like to dabble in Bandi's corner a little bit, and then maybe some Atlanta Braves stuff because if you watched it last night, you saw the Braves go up against the Red Sox and they put the hammer down. And there was one player in particular that we all love to see, and very interesting newcomer, and I'm so excited for it. But let me talk about this a little bit because I'm not going to talk about it in the cool section. I want to talk about it now. Jimmy Garoppolo, trade rumors. This came out probably 10 minutes ago, a little bit before the show. I just saw this. And whenever I see a Browns story, I got to consider reading it on the show. And, what do you think, Bandi? They're going to try and go after Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe?
I mean, I could see it. But, I'm not really the Browns fan here. This is more of a question for you. Do you feel more comfortable with Garoppolo at quarterback than what you currently have?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. All right, it's nice to have an Italian behind the center, leading the team. It's going to be cool to have pretty much 2 starters on the team. One of them may not play for 6 games, may not play for the whole season. We'll just find out with that. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've been talking about Jimmy Garoppolo going to the Browns for a while now, and I thought he would be a great fit. All right, he might be a little different from the other quarterbacks that have been there in the past, but that's because the Browns always have some weird quarterbacks.
Is it because he's Italian?
That also, yeah, he's awesome.
I knew it had to be the Italian.
It's not always the Italian though. He's actually a decent quarterback. He's prone to some injuries. We see it time in and time out. Whenever he was on the 49ers. But you know what? The stats he was putting up, I always thought his stats were very solid, and I thought if he could stay healthy, and maybe he had a good line all throughout the season, I think he'd have a pretty good shot at getting to the playoffs and maybe going any farther. And you know what? With the Browns talking about this stuff, it's getting me a little too hyped, and that's probably why I'm going all over the place today. But yeah, it's more of something that, it might happen. It might not. We'll all just wait and see. But I think that if the Browns picked up the Jimmy, I think they'd have a pretty solid chance at making sure they keep their season alive, as long as Jimmy Garoppolo stays alive, behind the quarter or the line, which that's something that could realistically happen because the Browns have had a solid line for the last few years and they just keep adding on to it. So
did you just call him the Jimmy?
The Jimmy.
The Jimmy.
Why not? But yeah, it's something. It's something interesting, The guy wears number 10. That's my number. I love the number. I wore it in football, and I think this is a solid idea that should go into fruition if Stefanski pulls the trigger on it and gets him.
I mean, he completed what, 70% of his passes last year, and
yeah, around 70%, pretty much. Yeah,
only 12 interceptions in the regular season, but he did have 3 in the playoffs, though, if I remember right.
Yeah, he can get a little shaky there, but he's taken teams to the Super Bowl. one team in particular.
Well, he was only on one team.
Exactly.
Well, my bad, 2 teams. I take that back. He played 4 games for the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh,
He was a suspension quarterback.
That is a blast from the past. Wasn't
I take that back. He played 3, and then Jacoby played 1.
There you go. And you know what?
Look at the Cleveland Browns getting all the New England Patriots. That should just be the suspension duo.
Yes, it should be. Both Jacoby Brissett and Garoppolo were pretty amazing when they played on the Patriots when they got in. Okay, and they did, because I remember, was it the first 4 games, 3-4 seasons ago?
It was the 4 games for deflated balls.
Yeah, the deflated balls whole thing that was going on. So that was when Tom Brady was out and we had Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett showing their worth, and they really did. One of them went on to have more of a franchise tag type thing going on with Jimmy Garoppolo, but then Brissett just never could really get the feet down on the ground and stay there, because he was on the Colts, didn't really do too well.
He didn't do too shabby, though.
Yeah, but he didn't do amazing.
He didn't do well, but he didn't do too bad. He was average. He was better than Carson Wentz, who lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. I like Carson Wentz, too. I thought he was a really stellar player back in the day. I even maybe thought of, maybe if the Browns picked up Carson Wentz, I don't know. Maybe I just want a tall quarterback. Because, Baker Mayfield was the opposite of tall. And, I will complain about that all the time, because that's the thing I noticed the most was all the batted down passes and all that stuff. So it's good to have a quarterback who can see over his big line. So.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we do have some breaking news, Captain Cool.
Another breaking news. Let's go for it.
Breaking news, but this one is out of the association, the NBA.
Okay.
As they have just made an announcement right at showtime.
Okay.
That they are going to do the same thing that Major League Baseball did with Jackie Robinson's number and retire Bill Russell's number 6 throughout the league.
It's kind of stellar. Actually, That's really cool. That means LeBron James can't go back, though, if he wanted to.
Too bad. I mean,
100% deserved, though.
That fake goat LeBron, or I call him LeBum.
Now. Okay, he's pretty good.
I have another name for him, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
I know we're streaming only, but I ain't going to do it, but it involves a female dog.
We got to bring it up every single time that we're on streaming only, just in case something slips out and you guys say something about it. We can say whatever we want, honestly, but it's about the kids.
It's about integrity.
We're here. We're all about the children.
We're doing it for the children.
Yes.
We got plenty of kids watching and listening to this show, so they want to know about all their NBA stuff. Now, the number 6, though, it is... it's not a number you see too much in the NBA nowadays in the first place. It's not really one of those numbers you would think of whenever you think retiring and, making a big deal out of it, kind of like Jackie Robinson's 42, because that number is stellar and it looks super cool. But 6, are they going to do, did you say they were going to do a game, though, whenever, on the anniversary or something like that, where everybody wears number 6, because that'd be cool.
They haven't said anything like that, but the only thing that they have commented is that anybody that has the number 6 right now can still wear 6 until they are done in the NBA.
Okay.
Just like with Jackie's 42.
That's really good.
Because who was the last 42 in Major League Baseball that was active? You should know this.
A Yankees player.
Yes.
Okay.
Who wore 42 for the Yankees?
Man, I'm going to be honest, Joe? I have no idea. who it was.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
I'm all out of the place. What is it? You can't just throw me into basketball, then throw me back into MLB stuff. Come on.
Should I play some Metallica for you?
I still don't understand.
Oh, my God.
Guys, sorry. I haven't.
We talked about closer entrance music.
Oh. Come on. Okay.
Mariano.
Yeah, Mariano Rivera's, yeah.
Shame.
When it comes to the Yankees pitchers, the only one I care about knowing and remembering is the CC Sabathia. So that's all that.
Primo athlete right there.
Top tier athlete, and he is the male physique.
You know what? Vogelbach did some things yesterday. Speaking of primo male athletes.
Okay.
I believe he had a homer and 3 RBI yesterday.
Stellar stuff. We got ourselves a little Vogelbach in the Trash Pandas nowadays. Good old Sonny D. Sonny DeShera. That guy is he's interesting. He's an interesting fella. Did I tell you about the first time I saw him at the Trash Pandas facility? It was his first game. I walked down. We are in the basement. That's where the promotions crew's at. And I walked past him, and he was taking pictures and doing some promotional stuff himself on the green screen downstairs. And I was like, who's this dude? Like, why is he such a big deal? And then I looked up on the radio, or not on the radio, online, and I saw that it was the Sonny DiChiaro. So, it's pretty cool, to say the least. I haven't seen too much out of him yet, but I know he's rocking and rolling in the double A's right now. Speaking of double A's, we got a story coming up later in the show on the cool segment about another guy who was just in the double A's earlier this season. He's playing for the Braves now. You guys may know him. We're going to talk about him later, so I'm going to keep you guys on the edge of your seat. Bailey, how you doing today?
You know what?
You asked him that 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I didn't. I said what's on your radar for the day? You know,
What's on your radar? How you doing?
How you doing? That's a totally different thing. I'm trying to check my boys right now, all right, Smokey? Sorry that I didn't ask you first. You know what?
You know what? You're straight up Joey Tribbiani on this one right now.
Bada boom, bada bee. You know what I'm talking about. You know, I could say it.
You really are like a Joey Tribbiani.
Yes, sir.
And I really am a Chandler.
That's funny. Hey, we're all best friends.
Bailey is a Ross.
I'm a Ross? No. No.
He has approximate knowledge of a lot.
No, I am stopping you right there. I've already been told I'm a Chandler, and I'm sticking by that.
I like Chandler. I'll
Bailey
take Joey,
looks like
though.
he'd be the one that has the monkey called Marcel Marceau.
Come on.
I would never own a monkey.
Maybe he's not as Bandy's not as like geeky as Ross was, but when it comes to like knowing a knowledge of a certain thing very hardcore and being very passionate about it, yeah, that's all Ross.
So he's a Sheldon?
A Sheldon?
God, no. He's still got his hair. Jeez.
But hey, just remember, Bailey, Ross got Rachel in the end.
That's true. And a bunch of other women. So Ross was the player.
Woo!
Though I am Joey, so I got Courtney Cox. So
No, Chandler was the one with Courtney.
I was Chandler. Okay, no,
Yeah.
Joey. Yeah, okay, I get it mixed up. I haven't watched Friends in a while, but no, I don't care. I'm a bachelor. I'll be a bachelor for the rest of my life.
Bachelor. Don't you have a woman?
Don't tell her that. She's not listening. I know she's not.
Oh, no.
But no, me and the Bandi actually went on to finish another season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
We watched 11 episodes
Last night. So in total, we've watched 22 episodes in the last few days, and now we got to talk about it nonstop on the Blitz. The afternoon Blitz.
Is JoJo's for the children?
No, it is not.
No, we're going to start. It is not for the children.
No.
You know what is for the children?
What is for the children?
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang is for the children.
We're going away. We're going away from the children right now.
Have you seen, John, have you seen that Twitter account?
JoJo's.
Are you talking about the Wu-Tang Twitter account? Or what are you talking?
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Yeah.
That's what they tweet out?
Yeah, at Wu-Tang Kids.
Okay.
I'm watching a video of it currently, so that's the reason why I said Wu-Tang.
Okay. Yeah, Smokey likes to say random stuff, but don't we all?
You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
Speaking of Wu-Tang, I want to see Def Jam Vendetta come back.
Def Jam Vendetta?
Yeah, speaking of gaming and all that stuff. Def Jam Vendetta. You ever play it?
I played Fight for New York, not Vendetta.
Well, I mean, any of the Def Jam.
Yeah, any of the Def Jam games are freaking wacky. So.
Anyway, y'all continue about your JoJo's.
Well, it was a great time. We just we had water, we drank, and we also watched the crap out of the JoJo's, and I gave it a 7 out of 10. The show is very consistently good. That's all I can say about it. And seven's good. 6 is fine. I go off of that rating. So yeah, JoJo's consistent 7 when it comes to the other seasons. I know Bailey has differing opinions on that because he just loves the show, but I think it can get a little too crazy at times.
It can get a little wild. And also, just a bit of a rant on how Netflix does their shows. Never release a show where it's like a third of the show, and then we got to wait like 4 months for the next third.
Yeah.
And then we got to wait another 4 months for the last part.
It's the same.
Last part. Never do it.
It's the same with Attack on Titan, though. They're doing the exact same thing. They're like, yeah, this is the final season.
Yeah.
And then they add another season.
It's the final season that we've been already waiting, that we've already been waiting 4 years for,
Exactly.
and now we have to wait another 2 years for it to even wrap up and get to the final part.
It ruins the hype, but the show's still just as good. And JoJo's, it's quality all the way through. But I can understand where people are coming from when they say it gets a little too ridiculous because it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. But we still slammed it out, and yeah, we are completely caught up with JoJo's. He's been caught up, but I'm finally there.
Yeah, see, Smokey, what's fun about it is that each part has like a distinct genre of JoJo.
Yep.
Like part 6 is Jailbreak.
And she's a woman. So the first
Jailbreak.
is Jolene.
It's Jailbreak JoJo.
Yeah.
Jailbreak JoJo.
And then part 5 is Mafia JoJo.
Yeah.
Where's-
Giorno.
Hold on. Where's Mojo?
Mojo JoJo's not there.
Different universe. Different
Jojo.
universe.
Different universe. If that ever crosses path, I would love to see it.
No, I would not. That would be too bizarre. And
What
then
is wrong
probably
with
wouldn't get
Mojo
it.
Jojo?
Nothing's wrong with him, but it doesn't correlate at all to what we're talking about at all.
He would fit, though.
I
He would
feel
totally
so
fit.
old sometimes talking to you two.
No, we know Mojo Jojo. We
Yes.
know the Powerpuff Girls and all that stuff.
But
Come on.
Come on. Yeah, we know Powerpuff Girls. Come on.
do you know Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
If I look up a picture, I could probably find it and be like, oh, I recognize that. Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
That was the OG Adult Swim before Adult Swim happened.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the guy in the white. What's his name?
Space Ghost.
Yeah, Space Ghost. He's got a there's like an attorney show that they have nowadays that's like relating to all the characters in
You're
that.
thinking Harvey Birdman looks like Space Ghost, right?
Well, isn't it the same universe?
No.
It's not the
Okay.
same universe.
I thought it was kind of the
No,
same
Space
universe.
Ghost Coast to Coast was a late night Saturday talk show that he had actual guests on.
It's so funny.
And it was just dumb, stupid, and fun. And it was basically the precursor to Adult Swim.
And this show. Honestly, it's this show. I should come and get Space Ghost's costume and wear it. And then I saw this picture. He's just. I don't know why he's showing his pec. That's a little much. Come on, it's a little inappropriate. Good thing we can't show that on the screen. Oh, he actually talked to. He talked to some real guys. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
awesome. Okay.
First one you bring up is Hulk Hogan. Are you
That's
kidding
pretty
me?
funny. That's cool. All right. Well,
If you follow the Iron Sheik on Twitter, you'll know what he thinks of the Hulk Hogan.
Oh my God! I remember seeing YouTube videos. It's just like who Andre the Giant hated or who Hulk Hogan hated. It's just a compilation of just all these old wrestling clips of them talking smack to each other.
We're not going to pull no Booker T on Hulk Hogan right now, and we're not going to even come close to that. We're not pulling a Cale Gundy or anything of that nature. But boys, we got to take a quick commercial break and pay some bills, and then when we get back, Matt Baker from the Tampa Bay Times, we're going to have him on. We're going to talk Florida. We're going to talk Florida State. We could even talk some Tampa Bay Buccaneer football.
I might talk about some of that.
So we've got a plethora of topics to discuss with him, and we will be right back. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Do you have discomfort in your legs? Varicose veins can affect not only how your legs look, but how they feel. Symptoms of varicose veins include pain, swelling, aching, heaviness, and fatigue. Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville can diagnose and treat your varicose veins with the latest minimally invasive techniques. Diagnosis and treatment is covered by most insurances. Call 256-715-5000 7151 to schedule your free screening. Go to bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Guys, when we were 20, we never had to worry about spontaneity. And now that we've gotten older, spontaneity has been replaced with pills and injections. We're just trying to keep that intimacy, but it's taken away from spontaneity. At Advanced Life Clinic, we now offer GainsWave, which uses sound waves to non-invasively treat this issue with no need for pills or injections. Just give us a call, 256-888-9367, or check us out online, advancedlifeclinic.com.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows, down your love.
And welcome back here to the Afternoon Blitz. Smokey right here with alongside Captain Cool and the Bandi Man. Taking you guys all the way up to 4 bells this afternoon. 256-576-4977 is the phone number to get in. Captain Cool just had a downright nasty spill, and we wish we would have had that on camera on the stream.
So close.
I mean, it was just downright. What? Like, I heard a sound right when we get back on air and be like, "What the hell just happened?"
I came back in here and I was gonna ask.
I know you're getting excited because you get to be able to talk a little bit of Tom Brady right here,
Yeah.
but. Right on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, we have a guy that does a fantastic job for the Tampa Bay Times. He is one Mr. Matt Baker. Matt, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thank you for coming on, sir. Matt covers a lot of ground, so we're going to go with a lot of ground to cover with Matt right now.
Better be ready.
And first and foremost, it's year one for Billy Napier in Gainesville. Another Saban disciple gets an SEC head coaching job. I think this is, 10 or 11 now that we've had Saban disciples be head coaches. And he comes off of replacing Dan Mullen, which, honestly, the end of the Dan Mullen era was just – it was hard to watch. I mean, coming out in that Darth Vader mask, doing a whole bunch of gimmicks – me being a Tennessee fan, I saw that and I cringed like I was watching Butch Jones. So what has been the difference between last year with Dan Mullen and this first camp with Billy Napier?
Yeah, the Mullen era ended with a bang, didn't it? If you would have told me at the start of this time last year that Mullen would be gone, I wouldn't have believed it. Yeah, the 2020 season, the Gators had one of the best offenses they've ever had. And only went 8-4, and that wasn't good enough. But considering the progress they had made in the first 2 years, they had 3 straight New Year's Six bowls. You could see that, or at least I thought that they were going to continue to be competitive. And then when the wheels fell off, they fell off. And when you kind of go back and look at it, details were one of the major issues. There were so many details that Florida messed up on. Go back to the Alabama game on the first there's a missed extra point, right? And then they go for 2 late to try and tie it. One guy lines up incorrectly, another one goes the wrong way. And that's the difference between a 31-29 loss and a 31-31 tie, and then who knows what happened. So I say that because one of the big things that seems different so far about the Gators under Billy Napier is the little things, the attention to detail. That's something everybody in the program has stressed. Some of it is penalties, which have been a major problem in Florida for the last couple of regimes. Some of it's just as simple as making sure everybody's wearing white socks that day. And I don't know what this is going to look like on the field. I'm still skeptical, particularly with the 22 season here. But if you ask me the biggest difference so far, it's that the details that I think were probably overlooked a little bit, maybe a lot of it, under Mullen, those are being corrected and at least addressed and acknowledged now under Billy Napier.
I know, kind of moving on to, you said you were kind of bring up the schedule and have a little details really matter. Looking at some of these matchups, I see a stretch with, going to Georgia and then immediately going to Texas A&M. What are these little details that are really going to matter in these tough matchups?
Well, okay, so just start the season, right? Where you start with Utah, which I'm an AP voter. I've got them number 4 in the country. I think certainly they belong in the top 10, period. Then you've got Kentucky, which they've beaten the Gators 2 of the last 4 times, and it should be more than that. USF in week 3 should be easy, but then at Tennessee, which the balls should be pretty good this year, even though I need a little convincing still. So there's a legitimate chance that Florida could start 1-3, or if 2-2 might be pretty solid for them. So that's just kind of where they are right now as a program. Long term, they need to recruit better players. That's obvious, and that's where Billy Napier is going to be judged on. But in the short term, they can't be in a position to give things away like they did against Kentucky last year when they had 8 false start penalties, like they did against Bama, where, again, a guy lined up wrong on a 2-point conversion, the way they did against Texas A&M in 2020 when they had a late fumble. They're not good enough to out-talent all of these guys. Certainly not Georgia, not Texas A&M, not Utah, probably not Kentucky or Tennessee. So if they're going to be competitive, they have to have those details right so that even if they're not winning games, they're not losing them either at this point, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and looking at the schedule as well, a few years ago the schedule would be a lot easier. All right, now a lot of these teams have added a lot more players, NIL is a thing now, so we're able to, grab as many players as we want as long as we got the money for it. But I want to know, okay, I'm looking at some of the transfers you guys have gotten this season for the Gators. Montrell Johnson, I want to know, do you think he's the guy, or do you think he's something that, maybe he won't play all through the season, or you think he's the dude that's going to be turning the tide for Florida this year?
I think he's going to be one of them. If you ask me what do I feel confident about with this Gators team, what do I think they're going to be able to do well, the run game is going to be number one. You look at Lorenzo Lingard, who was a 5-star recruit from Miami who transferred to Florida. He hasn't done it yet, but there's a lot of potential there. Look at Naquan Wright, who's played well in sports, but has been banged up. Then you look at Montrell, who played very well at Louisiana at Lafayette, and who I think has got a potential to be a pretty nice player for the Gators starting year one here. So I think he will be part of the rotation. The good thing for Florida is they don't need him to be a bell cow back. The Gators roster, top to bottom, is not loaded. It's not what a Gators roster should be. But the backfield, that's a position that, if I'm a Gator fan, I would feel pretty confident in.
Yeah.
Matt Baker from the Tampa Bay Times on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline with us. You can follow him on Twitter at MBakerTBTimes. Matt, let's just transfer from Florida over to Florida State. Me being 36 years old, I saw Florida State in probably all of its greatness, with Bobby Bowden just rocking and rolling top 5 year in, year out. And the last ever since Jimbo left and Jameis left, Florida State has just, the best way to describe it, and I hate to put it this way, is a dumpster fire. With Willie Taggart and Mike Norvell coming in. They've got LSU in Baton Rouge this year in the second week. They also will play Florida in their yearly game. And then they've got Louisiana and Duquesne as your non-conference opponents. Is this the last year Norvell if he's not able to turn things around? Or what needs to happen in Tallahassee for this program, which not even a decade ago was playing and winning BCS championships and going to the college football playoff? What needs to happen in Tallahassee?
Well, we don't have long enough time to discuss everything that needs to happen.
If I could get Cliff Notes, I would just appreciate that.
Yeah, so the first thing, Norvell, I don't think he's running out of time. I think everybody at Florida State knew this was a long-term process. And maybe I'm generous, but I give just about every coach who was a first-year coach in 2020, I give them an asterisk for that, because that was so weird, that was so bizarre, unprecedented, all that stuff. I don't think it was fair to judge that as a true year one. That said, Norvell was not good enough last year. The Noles were not good enough. They got better as the year wore on, but they weren't what Florida State is supposed to be. I would be shocked if he's really, truly on the hot seat this year unless things go disastrously. Some of that is FSU financially has not been in good shape for a while. They paid Willie Taggart $17 million, something along those lines, to go away, and they're still paying him every month. So there's a big financial component to it. I think if you're in a position where you're FSU, you fire a coach after 21 games, then fire the next one after 3 seasons, what does that say about the administration? Who's going to want that job? And then just kind of looking long term, they've got some systemic issues. I touched on the money. Their facilities are way behind. It was early in the Willie Taggart era. I think it was his first game in 2018. They announced that they were going to build this football complex, this football palace that everybody else is doing. Here we are, 4 years later, they haven't broken ground on it yet. And obviously there's some reasons why, but that just kind of is one example of the fact that facilities, they're not where they need to. There's been major issues in the past that I think are getting better in terms of alignment, everybody being on the same page. Now they've got a president who's been there for just about a year now, and a new AD who started, I think it was January 1st or around then. So things, I think they're making some progress and moving along, but I don't expect them to go to a New Year's Six Bowl, and I certainly don't expect them to compete for a national championship anytime soon.
I mean, that just kind of surprised me a little bit because what I've seen from this Florida State, I mean, at least defensively, they've been really stout, but going into next year, they are going to be losing key guys like Keir Thomas and Jermaine Johnson. But, I mean, with the loss of those two, but still looking relatively the same defensively. I mean, do you think it's just going to improve over time, and with that, the offense will eventually follow?
Yeah, I don't think the defense is going to take a significant step back. I think the defense as a whole, it's probably going to be the strength this year. FSU is going to rise or fall with quarterback Jordan Travis. When he's healthy, he has been at least a good, probably a very good college quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be a first-round pick or anything like that, but he's a guy who is very dangerous with his legs. He's a guy who's improved as a passer and is certainly good enough to lead them to a bunch of wins. I mean, go back, one of the biggest plays Florida State's made in the last couple of years was on 4th and 14 against Miami last year. Chips in the middle of the table, do or die. And Jordan Travis makes a beautiful pass to Andrew Parchment to pick up the first down, and then ultimately lead the game, finish off the game-winning drive to beat Miami. That's a big deal. Look, at Florida State, Miami's not what it's supposed to. It hasn't been great. It's not what it's supposed to be. But for him to make that kind of play, that's impressive. And if he can stay healthy, the reports so far out of camp, he has looked very, very strong. I'll be up there watching them tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to seeing everything with my own eyes again. But if he has taken a step forward, and if he can stay on the field, FSU's got a chance to make some noise. Again, I'm not saying they're going to win the ACC, anything like that. But I think you look at the schedule, 8-4, something like that, it would be a major step forward that I think is possible, and it really comes down to Jordan Travis and his health.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be exciting to watch going into the season. But I want to turn it over to another Florida team, and this team is in the NFL, and I want to know about this quarterback, what he's doing, what's going on. You all know him. It's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. He's gone for personal reasons for, I think, 10 days. He's already been gone for a few days. He's going to be back on August 20th. What's going on with him? I know you might not know. I know nobody really has said anything about it, but I want to know if he's going to even be, back to being prepared for the preseason, even if he might not play. But, if there's anybody that can leave for 10 days and be back and be perfectly fine, it's Tom Brady. But do you know what's going on with him? What's going on?
No, I don't think anybody knows what's going on. It doesn't seem to be a health issue.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing. Nobody wants to see anybody hurt or anything like that. Yeah. But I don't know what's going on. It's very, very weird. Players, especially older players and veterans, they get days off in camp. That happens. That happens everywhere. That's not a concern. Nor is it a concern that he wasn't going to play much, if at all, in this preseason game anyway.
Yeah.
But you've got a guy taking that much time. I don't care who it is. A guy taking off that much time in camp. That raises some concern with me. Do I think he'll be? Look, he knows what he's doing. He knows the system. He knows the personnel. He knows who he's throwing to. All that stuff will probably be fine. But I certainly can't look at this and say, "Oh yeah, this is a great sign." This makes me feel more confident about the Bucs as a Super Bowl team than I was 12 hours ago. I certainly can't say that.
Yeah, let's just hope he's just not going and covering up anything so he doesn't get in trouble, after he retires.
Talking about deflations?
Maybe not deflations. It could be anything. He was in the news a little bit ago about the whole Miami Dolphins. He could be covering him tracks, I don't know. I don't want to speculate anything too much, but I think he might be fine, but we'll see whenever it all plays out.
Matt Baker with the Tampa Bay Times on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline with us. And to go with the Buccaneers, Chris Godwin has come back and had his first practice after the torn ACL. The Bucs add Julio Jones. Russell Gage got injured in dual practice with the Dolphins yesterday, I believe. And the center as well, Ryan Jansen, had injury as well. Or wasn't Ryan Jansen, was it? I had it in front of me and then I lost it. But we've had a couple of injuries for the Bucs, and with the way this team is set up with getting Julio in as well, are we to expect that this offense will still continue to hum like it has the last couple of years, even with the departure of Bruce Arians? How big is Byron Leftwich staying in Tampa Bay or how big is that for the Buccaneers?
That was huge. Bruce Arians was obviously the head coach, but he had delegated things the last year or so to Byron Leftwich and Todd Bowles, in particular with the offense to Leftwich, just because he's known him for a while, he trusts him. And at Bruce's age and with the health issues he's had, he felt comfortable, hey, this is your offense, you kind of do your thing. So I think that continuity there is huge for Brady. When you look at just the team as a whole, I think Julio was a very big pickup, kind of a low-risk, high-reward thing, similar to how they brought in Antonio Brown just midway through that Super Bowl season. Just, if your number 3 receiver, let's say Julio ends up being number 3 or if that receiver is somebody of Julio's talent and stature, even if he's not what he was, that's going to be better than a lot of other teams' 3s and 4s. And more importantly, it's going to be better than a lot of the DBs who are going to try and defend him. So I think that was a huge pickup as we kind of look forward to this team as I think they're a Super Bowl contender, but a lot of, they've had a little bit of bad injury luck so far in camp. And again, your starting quarterback's 45 years old, unprecedented for somebody to play at his level this long. Eventually that's going to slow down. I don't know if it's today, I don't know if it's this year, I don't know if it's in 10 years, but that's not going to happen forever. So there's reasons to be optimistic about the Bucs as a legit contender, but there's also some reasons here as we sit here in August to kind of pump the brakes a little bit too.
Yeah, and I was, whenever they first got Julio, I was talking about how good of a position he is in going into the season because, he's getting older, and wide receivers, they'll get beat up a little bit, but being in that third position, as the wide receiver, he's not going to have to get in there too much, get beat up all the time, and, he's still going to have opportunities later on in the season, if somebody goes out, he can come up and pick up the slack and show his worth, and maybe next year he'll be on a different team, and he can keep going for a little bit longer, but no, I think it's a good addition to the team, and I can't wait to see how he plays and performs with Tom Brady as the quarterback. So it's going to be good to see.
If nothing else, just as somebody who lives in Tampa, I'm glad the Bucs are relevant again. I don't care whether they win or lose, but my paycheck's the same. The paycheck of my colleagues is the same. But it's nice to have the Bucs relevant because most of the time I've lived here, they had a little run here, and then it was just Jameis, is he's a guy, and that sort of thing. It's fun to be in an NFL town where they're really good, and Sundays matter, and it's not just a matter of, they're going to go 8-8, or trying to pick 8th in the draft or whatever it is. It's fun just as a spectator to sit down on Sundays knowing that the games matter and there's a lot of importance.
Yeah.
It's sure as heck better than Jacksonville. He could be 2.5 hours northeast. Good. I feel sorry for anybody that has to cover the Jaguars, to be honest with you. But anyway,
It'll turn around eventually.
He ain't pulling his punches today.
Matt Baker with the Tampa Bay Times on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. And Matt, final question for you. As we go back, I'm going to go back to the college aspect one more time because we obviously have had realignment talk since we are in SEC country, since USC, UCLA decided to move over to the Big Ten. What is going to be Greg Sankey's next big move? And a lot of rumor and innuendo is saying, obviously, Florida State and Clemson are the top, and Miami as well, are the top 3 that are going to be in Sankey's eyes. Down there where you're in the ground zero right there, what is the talk about expansion going around the state of Florida?
So I think, generally speaking, Florida fans would rather Florida State and Miami not join the SEC. Florida State and Miami want to go to the Big Ten or SEC. They just want out. And with good reason, right? The money the Big Ten and SEC make and the money they're going to make here in the next few years, the new contracts, from TV is insane. The ACC is already behind, and they're going to get lapped, where we're talking differences of $50 million per school a year. That's enough money to buy out Will Muschamp, Jim McElwain, Willie Taggart, Dan Mullen every single year in terms of how much more Florida's going to make than Florida State. And just kind of walk through some of the logistics of that, right? So are we going to have a scenario where Mississippi State and Minnesota are poaching coaches from Miami because they can double their salary? Maybe. there's all sorts of wrinkles here that I don't think we know the answers to yet. So it's vital, I'd say it's existential, an existential crisis for Florida State and Miami to find more money. They only have so many boosters, only have so much money that way. At some point, it's got to come from a conference, and they're right now in the ACC, which is locked into a grant of rights through 2030 or into 2036. I don't think schools think that they can break that. If so, it would be messy, a lot of litigation, a lot of time. So as we sit here right now, there doesn't seem to be an exit strategy for Florida State and Miami. Or not an exit strategy, there's not an exit door available for them. But at some point, somehow, some way, that's going to change. And when it does, it will be very interesting. I think Florida State is a cultural fit for the SEC. That makes a lot of sense. Miami, I could see either way, but I could see them in the Big Ten. But that might make a lot of sense, too, and just the fit and everything. So I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how it's going to end. But I would not bet on Florida State and Miami staying in the ACC and into, in 2036 when that grant of rights expires. I don't know what it looks like, but I don't think they'll be there.
Matt Baker from the Tampa Bay Times has been our guest. And, Matt, much appreciate the time, sir. And we'll hit you back up when Week 1 rolls around and preview that juicy Florida-Utah game for Week 1.
Juicy.
Much appreciated,
Thanks,
sir.
Matt.
Thank you.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. That was great.
Yeah.
I like that. We get to learn more about Tom Brady, but not enough. But no, it's okay. We'll figure it out in time.
Anyway, we got to pay some bills. So when we get back, we're going to preview the second hour of the show. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
McCurry Motors is your car and van rental headquarters. You can rent the vehicle you need today. Family in town, sporting event, church function, no matter what your need, McCurry Motors has you covered with a wide selection of cars and vans available for rent. They have 12-passenger Mercedes Sprinter vans, 12-passenger Ford Transit vans, 15-passenger Ford Transit vans, and 15-passenger Chevrolet Express vans. They have 2 locations, Highway 72 in Athens or Max Luther Drive in Huntsville.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked the reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness. From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today, or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Control, this is QL1. Everything looks good on my end. Prepping for liftoff. Over.
One more thing, QL1.
What's that, Control?
You've been talking a lot about Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans lately. What would you say is the best reason to use it?
Well, it's completely online. It's easy to use. You can get approved in minutes. It's convenient. You can share your pay stubs and bank statements at the touch of a button so you get real numbers, not estimates. And
hey, QL1, I asked for the best reason.
Yeah, go ahead and pick one. Anyone.
That's tough. They all sound great.
I think you're finally getting it, Control. 3, 2, 1. Rocket Mortgage at QuickenLoans.com. Push button, get mortgage.
Rocket.
Visit for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
The Rethink Kitchen and Bath event is going on now at the Home Depot. With great new ideas for the busiest rooms in the house. Like the Delta Porter 8-inch widespread bronze bath faucet. Now just $119. With a stunning high-arch spout and oil-rubbed bronze finish, it's the difference between taking a bath and taking a bath further. Rethink the kitchen and bath with a Delta Porter widespread faucet. Now just $119 only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only, valid through October 1st.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I'm one of your hosts, the Bandi Man, a.k.a. Bailey Lowry, joined by Captain Cool John Abraham.
Yo.
And our always reliable producer, Smokey Mike Huncho.
Okay.
If you want to join the show, you can call in 256-576-4977, and you can follow us on Twitter at @TheBlitz_sports and Facebook at The Blitz Sports Radio. And you can follow me at B Lowry 2016, Captain Cool at CPT Cool 420, and Mike Huncho at Rose Scholar.
You know what? I wasn't going to interrupt him one iota because he was rolling.
Nah, he was
but
rolling.
Nice hot mic moment there, Captain Cool.
Did I blow out the mic?
I queued Bandy Man up, and then you went, ooh!
I was over here. I was doing. I was just like, whenever he says my name, I always gotta say yo or something. And then whenever he says,
No. Before he even showed up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I did. I guess I made a loud noise. I'm
That's
sorry.
It's whatever.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we all have fun out here. You know, we all a little hyper. You know, it's Thursday, baby. We got Friday, fun Friday, and I almost said the doghouse.
We sure do have. Oh my God.
I almost said the doghouse. Every single time I say like in the studio or something like that, I almost say the doghouse.
It's going to be the longer an Abraham stays on the radio, the more he transforms into Tom.
Oh my God.
So did I tell you guys
Help
what,
me.
what I
Help
want?
me, please.
Did I tell you guys what I wanted to name our studio?
Oh God.
I want to. Yeah,
the
it's
little dog. The small
no.
small package production
No,
studio.
you're not gonna get it. I want to name it No Man's Land because this is where all the crap goes down.
No Man's Land.
This is where all the crap goes down. Everything.
256-576-4977 is the phone number to get in the program if
Yeah.
you want to call an audible of what is going on here with the Afternoon Blitz. Captain Yorkie44 on Twitter tweeted at us saying that he's been debating watching Bastard on Netflix, and should he give that a go?
Yeah, I tweeted him back pretty quick because when it comes to suggesting anime, me and Bandy know what we're talking about. I've watched a lot of anime. I know he has too. But when it comes to a lot of random stuff, I mean, the classic Bastard. All right, it was okay. There's like 6 episodes. They're OVAs and stuff like that, which is like original video animations. So they're probably pretty impossible to find. But if you're gonna watch Bastard, the Netflix anime that's coming out is going to be the one to watch. But you better watch out, Yorkie. It's going to get a little raunchy in there, and it will get a little bloody because I know that is a trend with a lot of those classic remakes, especially shows like Bastard and Devilman Crybaby. All those remakes are they're something special to watch. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, I tried watching the Berserk remakes.
No, it doesn't.
No, I couldn't get through it.
No, those are terrible. Those are terrible.
The CGI, oh my goodness.
And luckily, from what I've seen of the new Bastard anime, it doesn't look like it's doing CGI, which a lot of the remakes, they're doing CGI. This one does not look like it. So if you see that it is 2D anime goodness, it's always a go. It's always a go, and you're going to see some crazy stuff. So enjoy that. Tell me how you feel about it, because I want to watch it.
Yeah, tell me how it is too, because I hadn't seen it yet either.
Yeah, but that guy looks pretty cool. Whatever his name is, the main character, he looks pretty cool. But yeah, if you ever want to try and find the old one, I don't know where you can find it, but it's got like a 6.7 on my anime list, and it's an OVA, so you never know. It might be trash, it might be a hidden gem, but it's not that hidden anymore just because it's got the remake now. But enjoy that. Give it a go. That's always kind of the consensus with me. If you're on the edge with an anime, might as well just watch it. At least give it 3 episodes, because you can't really judge it off the first 2 or even the first one, because that's just not it. You got to get to know the characters a little bit more,
You can't judge a show based off the first episode.
I know. That's just like bringing in all the characters and stuff. And unless the first episode's just amazing, then you're just like, okay, I'm set on it. But it always takes me 3. Same with one of my favorite anime, Sword Art Online. I was never really hooked on it until probably around the third or fourth episode. So always give it a try.
It took me about 10 minutes to get into one of my favorite shows, The Boys.
The Boys?
Yeah, it took me about 10 minutes to get into that show.
Yeah, well, American television's a little bit different. It
Homelander
really hits with us. So that's a show I need to watch, actually. I have not. So peer pressure me into that, and I will watch it. I really do want to watch it because that first episode, from what I've seen, it is setting the tone for a wonderful show. A little gruesome, a little crazy, pretty funny looking. So
Hey, we finished JoJo's.
Yeah, we finished JoJo's.
Oh, we caught up to it, yeah.
Yeah, we finished JoJo's. If you want to give an anime a try, that's one I'm talking about because it's also on Netflix. All five seasons. And they are planning on coming out with another episode of JoJo or another season of JoJo soon. And me and the Bandi Man are going to be sitting down watching that and probably finishing it in one day.
Probably.
Yeah, probably because it's going to be maybe 12
episodes.
Is the second season going to be 12 episodes?
Episodes 13 to 24.
Oh my gosh. Just give us the whole freaking thing, dude. Come on. You're going to make me want to wait and then binge it again. But yeah, have fun with Bastard Yorkie. You're going to enjoy it. Yeah, we got some crazy stuff coming up in the second hour. We're going to be
crazy stuff coming up in the second hour.
Almost as crazy as Bastard.
Real quick before the music starts hitting, which is just going to be in just a second. Let's since we only have one game this evening, basically. Well, I take that. There is two, the Orioles and the Red Sox. By the way, the Orioles are like 6 games over 500 and like 1 game out of a wild card ball.
Yeah,
what happened?
They really turned things around. I see them throwing Gatorade on each other, dude. It's a party over there.
I'm just baffled by that.
Yeah, baffled.
By the way, Cedric Mullins, one of my favorite players to watch. Like he can rake like anything, and
He can rake?
Yeah, you know he can rake.
I need him to rake my leaves.
Hey, the leaves are already starting to fall. Maybe we get a early fall this year.
Oh,
hopefully.
I hope.
Anyway, Marlins 3-0, top 9th over the Phillies. End of the 8th, Guardians 3-1 over Tigers. I almost said Indians. And then bottom 6, KC 1-0 over the White Sox. But that does it for hour number 1. Hour number 2 coming up hot for you guys as Captain Cool is going to need us to cool down with it being so hot in the house.
For sure.
You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, Managing Partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. Stop into the University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we
Are you
want to
tired
see
of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time? Or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the evolution of sports radio.
You see, in this industry, just like in life, everything evolves.
Call 256-576-4977 to make your audible for the Blitz.
That man is playing Gallagher. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
It's the Afternoon Blitz. Here are your hosts, Smokey, Captain Cool, and the Bandi Man.
To the Afternoon Blitz. I'm your host, one of them, Captain Cool, sitting next to my buddy, Bandi Man Bailey Lowry, and behind the glass, keeping us on the radio, keeping us on the airwaves, whatever you want to call it, Smokey Mike Honcho. That's not your sounder. You better stop. If you guys want to join in on any of the calls or any of the conversations today, call us at 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. And if you're not following us on Twitter, what are you doing? The Blitz_sports there. And then on, I know somebody else has the CBS Sports app because I think that just went off on my phone too. Let me put that off to the side. And guys, we've got some crazy stuff going down.
It's getting hot in here, man.
We got some crazy stuff. It's getting hot in here. I got NFL preseason soccer. I got video game stuff. I got all the shebang today. So let's cool down a little bit.
It's getting hot in here.
Hot and so hot and
That's spicy meatball. So it's time to cool down with Captain Cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know what cool is?
What?
You're looking at.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, right into it, guys. We're going to talk about New England Patriots running back James White, 3-time Super Bowl champion with the Tom Brady. He is calling it a career. He's done. He's just like, I've won my Super Bowls. I'm out of here. So good for him. Just wanted to get that one out of the way. Speaking of Tom Brady, he is still gone from the Bucks. He's doing whatever he wants to do, I guess, because he's a Super Bowl champ himself. And, yeah, maybe he'll be back. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just show up on week 1 and destroy a team. I don't know. That's just Tom Brady for you. But to get into the real stories, the real saucy stuff, guys, tonight we have NFL preseason football, and it's in full swing with the Giants and the Patriots at 6 and the Titans and Ravens at 6:30, and we're going to have fun watching those games, maybe. We might get to see some starters, maybe a little bit of Mac Jones in his first look of his second year, and might get to see some Daniel Jones, maybe, But you never know because it's the NFL preseason, and it is the preseason. So, you never know what you're going to find. You might get players that might never even play again, or they might just go to the XFL. You never know. And the game I'm really excited for, see you, Chad, is the matchup against the Ravens and the Titans, because we all know that's a up-and-coming rivalry that's kind of been a little dicey lately. But since it's preseason football, it's not going to get too crazy. But there's a huge thing on the line right here. There's some stakes. Yeah, that's right. Okay. We find any reason to get excited about football, even if it's a scrimmage play. The Ravens are 20-0, dating back to 2016 in the preseason. Hey, we got something to be excited about. If the Titans beat them, that's going to break a winning streak that goes all the way back to the Vince Lombardi Packers back in the 60s, where they went 19-0.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, this is history right here, guys. We actually got something to look forward to. So, will the Ravens keep it up for the sake of history, or will they go in and play a scrimmage game mentally? And, who do you think is going to really show out? Which game are you looking forward to tonight, Bandi? I don't know. You might not even watch any. It's preseason football. It's a yes or no question.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to watch preseason football because I'm actually looking forward to the Field of Dreams game.
Of course, yeah. The Field of Dreams game is going to look nice.
But if I had to pick one, probably Titans Ravens.
Okay, Titans Ravens game. You think Titans might pull out something, or you think the Ravens might just keep this going and go 21-0?
That's what I'm hoping the Titans end it. Honestly,
yeah, same. I don't like the Ravens just because they're in the division of my Cleveland Browns. But I don't. It's one of those things. I live in Tennessee, so I'm obligated to kind of like the Titans. So the Titans are who I'm going with. And then the Giants and Patriots, another rivalry. Dating back to a few Super Bowls.
Another rivalry.
It is a rivalry. I like to consider it a rivalry. These guys played in the Super Bowl twice, and Giants, they do what they do and come in clutch and destroy the Patriots every single time they get a chance. But this is a new type of Giants and a new type of Patriots, guys, and this is also preseason football, so we don't know what we're going to get. I'm going to go with the Patriots, obviously. And what are you going to do? It's the Patriots. They got Mac Jones.
You're going to go with the Patriots. Well, Baltimore is a 3-point favorite this evening against the Titans of Tennessee, which, by the way, when we have Joe Hunk of Titans Radio on tomorrow, we will discuss this particular game.
All right.
And then as we go to the Giants are a 3-point favorite against the New England Patriots.
Surprising. They may not be playing Mac Jones, but Daniel might be playing. Daniel Jones might be playing, the other Jones. So that'll be exciting. Maybe not. I have no idea. I'll probably watch a few seconds of it. Maybe the whole game because I got nothing else to do tonight. And NFL preseason football, I missed out on the last game, the Hall of Fame game, which I didn't really want to watch at the first place because the Jacksonville Jaguars kind of suck. And the Raiders are the Raiders, but I'll still watch them.
Well, the over hit.
Yeah, no,
the over 30.5 hit right there, almost by the Raiders, almost by the Raiders themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Raiders, they destroy. But that was against Jacksonville, and it's Jacksonville.
What else is cool, Captain Cool?
All right, I'm gonna move on then. Okay, Bandi, I know you're gonna love this. All right, he's been talking about it for a while now, and I'm thinking it's finally been manifested into reality. But in Fortnite gaming news, yes, for all you Fortnite kids out there, because I know we got a lot of kids watching and listening to the show. Maybe not, maybe, who cares? Fortnite.
Hey, remember, the afternoon blitz is for the children.
It is for the children. That's why I brought it up in the first place. Fortnite's a thing, and I know our demographic might like it, maybe not. If you guys don't want to listen to it, just mentally focus in your brain and start thinking about other things. But if not, just listen to us. Fortnite's finally announced the new Dragon Ball skins coming to the game. Let's go, Dragon Ball.
Oh, my God. They finally gave me a reason.
They finally gave you a reason to download it. You've been talking about it for the last 3 weeks.
I haven't played it literally since college.
Was that a year ago?
Yeah, I know. Was that 3 weeks ago?
How about like 2018?
Okay, yeah.
I've not played it in like almost 4 or 5 years.
Same.
But now they finally gave me a reason to reinstall.
You got to come back to it now. Finally, some of your Dragon Ball, your favorite Dragon Ball characters are going to be able to go up against the likes of Ariana Grande, Spider-Man, the Banana Guy, Naruto, and Morty in a robot. He's from Rick and Morty. The possibilities are literally endless, and I want to know what you think, Bandi, okay? I want to know who.
I mean, it's great for the game. I mean, what's to expect from Fortnite? It really is the best crossover in gaming history.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, because Naruto's already there. And some people would argue that Naruto and Fortnite is the best crossover. So
yeah, but now you're playing a game where you can play as either one of them.
I know.
In the same place.
You can see who's stronger.
Or you can play as John Wick.
Or John Wick, yeah. John Wick would probably kill them all.
Or Spider-Man.
That's what he does, though.
And now we can finally settle a debate on whether or not Goku or Superman's stronger.
Yeah, and whenever they add Saitama, because I know they're going to add Saitama from One Punch Man, we can finally figure out if he just ends the game's meta and is the meta. He turns into it. Because he will probably destroy everybody, but that probably won't happen. But you know what? He manifested Dragon Ball coming to Fortnite, so I'm going to manifest it as well. But to add on to it, what kind of challenges can you see coming from this collab, you know? There's a lot. I already have this down. Do you want to hear my thoughts first? Then you could throw out your thoughts.
All right.
Okay. So I'm thinking what they're gonna do is they're gonna scatter Dragon Balls all around the map, and you know where this is going. Okay. You got to collect all the Dragon Balls, and you can revive a teammate. Now that's actually really cool to think about. I know that Fortnite's kind of dabbled in adding teammates back after they die, but this works perfectly. I mean, they had the dragon coming out of the tree. Why not throw some Dragon Balls just all over the place, and you collect them?
I'm trying to think, because they already have like that revive van, kind of like how Apex does.
Yeah.
Is
the van still in the game?
I think I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't played since 2018. What do we know?
I didn't see no van the last time I played.
So yeah.
I do not remember. But I mean, if they scatter the Dragon Balls. But think about it. If you get them all, but you can already revive a teammate with the card thing, you get the Dragon Balls, you get a wish, and in comes like massive loot drop
you get
just for your team.
You get to pick like a gun or something like that, or maybe like something.
Or maybe you get like an exclusive, perk.
Yeah, you could get one of those a glug jug. I think that's what they're called.
Chug jugs.
Chug jug. Yeah, sorry, glug jug.
I kept up with the memes. I don't play it though. Not anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
But now they're going to have to make me.
Yeah.
After you get done with that, I got something that's pretty cool right here.
And then after you're done with your cool thing, I got one more cool thing I want to talk about, and then if Bandi wants to throw in anything else. But, yeah.
Well, you go with your one because then...
I'll let you finish off then.
I mean, I know what Bandi's got that's pretty cool, and Red Rocks is trending right now, but not for the Bandi's reason.
Yeah,
So I'm going to cut him off a little bit because his is far better and needs more time.
Yeah.
But I'm going to bring up something.
I'll get mine all the way so you guys can slide in all your cool stuff as well, but I don't know. Okay, it's Fortnite, so anything is possible. The update is coming this month on the 16th, so everybody just start jumping up and down and get pumped. Maybe throw in your suggestions of who Epic should add into the game next, and that'll be great. Moving on to some more sports stuff. Did you guys see that absolute bomb Vaughn Grissom hit last night against the Red Sox?
That was a sweet bat flip.
Dude, he just... Yeah, I mean, absolute swag with this kid. He shot the ball over the green monster and out of the park. Jeez, this guy's showing insane stuff right now. I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do. But, yeah, the bat flip was so natural, and I know he was happy getting that first home run in the majors out of the way. The crazy thing is that he was in Rocket City earlier this season playing for the Mississippi Braves.
Indeed he was.
Yeah, and I was watching that. I didn't, he came out of nowhere, okay? Yeah, the 21-year-old had to say this about his first hit in the majors. Yes, that's right. It's his first hit as well in the majors. He says, quote, "I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel one thing." End quote. Honestly relatable, okay? I never feel anything. Grissom goes on to say, quote, "Literally, I hit it and blacked out until I saw my first base coach, and I just started laughing." End quote. That, I mean, whenever I do anything cool like that in like sporting events or doing anything like that, I don't remember a lot of it. Okay, having a touchdown catch in high school to win the game or something like that. It just that whole moment disappears. I can't even celebrate. I just hand the ball to the ref, and I just like walk off the field, and I'm just pumped with my guys. I don't remember though catching the ball and scoring the touchdown. So I understand where this guy's coming from. He's only 21 years old too, and he's making a name for himself against the Red Sox. I mean, the Braves got the win 8-4 last night, and honestly, just great stuff from this dude. I'm excited to see what he'll be up to in Atlanta for the years to come. Grissom went on to get a single later in the game. Not a bad start at all. Got his first hit, got his first home run. Man's off to.
Don't forget, I believe he is the very first MLB player in his debut to get a homer and a stolen base in the same game.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for adding on to that awesome news. That's so
I
cool.
am a scholar, so yeah.
Hey.
And I don't know how awesome you think that news is. You sound a little sarcastic.
No.
right there.
That's awesome. This kid, he's young and he's showing out, and he's for the local team, pretty much local, almost local, but he's kind of local.
Well, our sister station, the 97.7 The Zone, the terrestrial airwaves. This is the Atlanta Braves affiliate for the Huntsville, Alabama area, and so Captain Cool, I'm sorry, I
Get
gotta
into
let
it.
this off my chest.
Get it
right
off your
here.
chest, man. I know you've been thinking about it.
I see Red Rocks trending, so I take a look at why Red Rocks is trending.
Okay.
Bandy Man's got a story about Red Rocks that I find fantastic and much more interesting, but then all of a sudden somebody decides to take some thunder away from Bandy's Red Rock story as, quote, all right, I will give the quote, take a guess on the player.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
My biggest regret in my career doesn't involve calling my GM a cracker or showing up to Raiders camp late in a hot air balloon with frozen feet or throwing rocks at that UPS driver. And it definitely doesn't involve taking my shirt off and doing a victory lap around the Jets stadium mid-game while throwing up deuces. My biggest regret is that I'll never get to see me, blank, play a game live. Sure, I can watch the game afterwards, but I can't imagine what that was like for you all to see something like that. Like watching the Beatles or Jesus perform at Red Rocks.
Did he just compare himself to Jesus? There's only one player.
I know I'm Smokey here, but I want what he smoked.
The ego.
That's crack right there. That guy's smoking crack. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Who am I talking about?
Bailey, you want to guess first? Bandy?
I know who he's talking about. I don't remember the name.
Okay, Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
once he said the Jets take off his jersey, I was just like, okay, yeah. I didn't know he called his GM a cracker.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were talking about Marshawn Lynch at first.
It's close. No,
and then it's
got
like
some other problems.
Yeah. And then it said when I took my Jets jersey, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. He said, screw the Bucks.
He compared himself to the Beatles or Jesus performing at Red Rocks.
The
You want
audacity.
to know what the better show is at Red Rocks? Bandy, tell him.
Well, literally 2 days ago, starting 2 days ago, South Park held their 25th anniversary concert at Red Rocks. Woo! Literally in a canyon with a stage with full animation, live performances of songs from the show.
Yeah.
And performances by Primus and Ween. And honestly, it was a cool show.
Yeah.
I saw some clips on TikTok and some stuff of the show, and they had the songs from the show going on in the background on a monitor, and Matt Stone and Trey Parker were performing them live. They also included songs from the Book of Mormon, the South Park movie, and Team America World Police.
Oh, hell yes.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
And even Cannibal the Musical.
Wait. Hold on. If he did Team America World Police.
He did do, he did do that song.
America?
America!
Or did he do I'm so lonely, so lonely?
He did America.
Or what about the other one? One of my personal favorites. Freedom only cost $1.09.
Honestly, all great songs. Honestly.
Did he perform anything off of Orgasmo?
He did not.
Oh.
It's all right. It's all right. I heard. I saw a clip of the what is it? Was it Kanye? Kanye fish sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. I saw they did gay fish on there.
Yeah, they did the fish sticks thing. It was like, he loves them. He loves them.
We also my personal favorite. They did Let's Fighting Love when they're all like running around with ninja weapons.
Let's fighting love.
And Butters gets a shuriken in his eye.
Oh my gosh.
Butters is my wife's favorite favorite character, especially when we get a Butters episode, because those are usually like absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
My wife also calls me a Randy.
Oh, she calls you Randy. Oh, Randy.
You're a little bit more like a edgier Randy. Like you're cooler than Randy. Randy's a little too straight up. You know, he's just.
Have you seen Tegrity Randy?
No, I haven't. Is he more like? Are you more like that?
You haven't seen Tegrity Randy?
Man, you guys know I don't watch the show too much.
I need to show you next time you're over. But Tegrity Randy.
Yeah, the new season, like the last 3 seasons of South Park, has been absolutely fantastic. And then you add in the streaming wars specials that they got on Paramount Plus with the pandemic special.
Oh, Integrity Randy. Okay, what is he wearing? A Carhartt? Is it
Yeah,
Carhartt?
he's a
Carhartt jacket.
He's a marijuana farmer.
Oh, I see the marijuana. Yeah, the leaf inside of his mouth. That's hilarious.
Oh,
but like Randy always does, he takes it way too far.
Yeah.
I thought this was America.
100%
Isn't this America?
100%
I thought
hemp.
this was America.
Jeez.
I love when he's at all their little league games and all he does is fight the other dads.
That's all you got. He's the typical dad. All right, he's the typical dad. Obviously, he's gonna go after some other little league dads. You gotta fight him.
Yeah,
He
no,
loves weed too.
He just talks smack to another kid, and then again they just start yelling at each other. And as soon as he takes his shirt off, what do you want to do? What are you gonna do?
I think we know. I think we know what Smokey should change his profile pic on Twitter to.
What, Tegrity Randy?
Just this picture right here of him just leaning up against this canyon thingy or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Holding the baggie, a little doobie in his mouth.
Well, I mean, also, I am Lord. Lord.
I am Lord. Yeah.
yeah.
Gotta love a man in his Brussels sprouts.
I got another thing for what's cool.
Go for it.
Anytime anybody bashes John Calipari, it's cool. Especially when it's from Kentucky.
Oh, no, what happened?
John Calipari is quoted as saying, "This is a basketball school. Alabama's a football school. So is Georgia. No disrespect to our football team. I hope they win 10 games and go to bowls. But this is a basketball school." Apparently he wants his practice facility, a fancy practice facility, ASAP. Well, on Twitter, old Mark Stoops decided to say, "Basketball school? I thought we competed in the SEC." Hashtag 4 straight postseason wins. Calipari is not making Kentucky look good anyway.
Gotta stop it.
It's really gone downhill. And you know what? I enjoy watching Rick Barnes take Calipari to the woodshed majority of the time. It is a beautiful thing when you see Tennessee destroy, well, not destroy, but just mollywop Kentucky.
Yeah, they don't.
Anytime Kentucky loses, it's great.
Of course,
it's a beautiful thing.
Because they really weren't that good last year.
They weren't even good. They had a losing season in the COVID year.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to football.
Stick to football. Oh, speaking of sticking to something, I've been seeing a lot more Mount Rushmores going on the Twitter world and social media aspects lately, ever since Jalen Rose decided to come out like a clown and say that we needed to stop using Mount Rushmore as a gauge of the greatest people in sports. Why would you,
Why?
What?
You know, I didn't even bother clicking because he looked ridiculous in the video. He said that Mount Rushmore is racist, I believe.
Oh, of course it is. It's just a bunch of white people on a white rock. That's what it is.
In the Black Hills of South Dakota. But now it's just people are just coming back at Jalen Rose being like, "You are absolutely ridiculous on this whole Mount Rushmore stuff." Do you know the history of Mount Rushmore? Do you know why Mount Rushmore happened?
I actually don't.
I think it was like a gift.
No, Mount Rushmore happened because South Dakota was really getting bankrupt in the 20s. And they needed to try and bring in some tourism.
1927 to be exact.
So what they decided to do was, the president at the time was Calvin Coolidge. And Calvin Coolidge was, he prided himself as a fisherman. So he went and took a vacation up to North Dakota, and what the North Dakota people did was they restocked the lake that Calvin Coolidge was fishing in, so he decided to extend his stay.
Okay.
And while we're getting some stock market hoopla going on, and this is right before the election of 28, before Herbert Hoover gets elected, and Calvin Coolidge is like nowhere to be found because he's in South Dakota. After his vacation in South Dakota, he approves Mount Rushmore. And so Mount Rushmore gets constructed to be a tourist attraction for South Dakota so they could be able to get tourist money.
Good for them. Well, the rest is history.
Yeah,
literally.
And we got to take a quick commercial break on that note. And when we come back, play-by-play with the Bandi Man, who is ready to go Fortniting. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
No, not.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. Still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
At Bryant Bank, we believe your goals are worth chasing, and every step along the way is worth celebrating. From your hopes for the future to the challenges that keep you up at night, we're here for you. Bryant bankers put care into action to help you live legendary by stepping up when you need us most and doing what's right even when no one is watching. Come experience a local bank whose people greet you by name and treat you like family. Bryant Bank, member FDIC.
You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
Maybe you're not a numbers guy. Maybe you don't know the difference between pi r squared and pi r round. Doesn't matter. Proving only the Mercedes-Benz Metris Worker cargo van stacks up is a piece of cake. The Metris Worker has 57 cubic feet more cargo volume than the Ford Transit Connect long wheelbase. That's about the size of a New York City apartment these days. And if you want to talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, you can carry 3 of them in the Metris Worker. With the Ford Transit Connect, the third gorilla walks. The Metris Worker has more capabilities than a Transit Connect, and with a $25,995 starting price, has a low cost of ownership. Ain't math grand? The Mercedes-Benz Metris Worker Cargo, starting at $25,995. See your local dealer or go to mbvans.com. Mercedes-Benz. Vans born to run.
Starting at price refers to base model Metris Worker Cargo Van. Excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep fee. Comparison based on publicly available vehicle specifications for the 2016 Ford Transit Connect long wheelbase.
In 1982, Bob Baumhauer introduced Alabama to the Buffalo Wild Wing, and quite frankly, we've never been the same. Back then, it was Wings and Things in Tuscaloosa, but now, 40 years later, after 4 name changes, Baumhauer's Victory Grill is the #1 sports-themed restaurant in the state. Bob's Alabama Hot Chicken is something that has to be tried to believe, plus the new Bam Bam Chicken and the Louisiana-style Go Fish, a whitefish over rice topped with shrimp etouffee. And Baumhauer's is fighting inflation with some new affordable favorites. Visit Baumhauer's on the South Parkway today.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Afternoon Blitz here on the Tennessee Valley Blitz Sports Network. I am your host, the Bandi Man, a.k.a. Bailey Lowry, joined once again by the coolest crew around in sports and just general media talk radio. On my right, as always, Captain Cool.
Hey, guys.
John Abraham.
Yeah, I just got done moving some stuff around. I'm still on that want to clean up the studio mentality.
And our always reliable producer, Smokey Mike Huncho.
Smokey! Smokey!
Yes, sí, senor.
Okay, he's hitting those notes. I'm telling you, we're trying to get ready for like a trio.
Man, I got a nice little bass going on
You
right
could be
here.
the bass.
You really do.
Yeah.
You could be the bass. Bailey can hit those high notes though, so.
Hey, if you want to join,
Is he an alto or a baritone?
He's alto.
Oh, alto. Ah, I see.
Yeah.
You actually know your music.
Yeah, I did have music class a little bit ago.
Oh, music class.
Yeah.
What class?
It's just a music class.
What instrument?
No, it was like classical music.
Oh, just
appreciation.
I mean, yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what class you took.
I don't believe you.
But if you want to join in the show, you can call in at 256-576-4977, and you can follow us on Twitter at the Blitz _sports, and Facebook at the Blitz Sports Radio, and you can follow me at B Lowry 2016, Captain Cool at CPT Cool 420, which he still claims is his birthday,
forever,
and Mike Huncho at the Rose Scholar.
Mike Honcho. I'm Smokey. I'm Mike Honcho. I'm wherever the
Smokey
hell
Mike
y'all are. Yeah. Muchacho. That's next thing you know, that's going to be my name, Muchacho. But anyway, sorry.
We got some good esports news going on. So, update on the Riot Valorant competitive queue and the Rocket League Championship Series moving on to its final stages. That's all coming up here on E Play by Play.
Time to catch up on esports with E-Play-by-Play with the Bandi Man.
So, group stage has officially concluded on the Rocket League World Championships. We are now in the lower round. That's coming up tomorrow at 11 a.m. The Club versus Dignitas will be the first game, followed by Optic Gaming versus Carmine Core, Space Station versus Endpoint, and then Renegades versus NRG. Now, the way this is going to work, this group stage is the last shot for these teams to even have a chance at the world title. If they lose here, they're out. But the winners here move on to the last chance group stage on the 13th, which version 1, SMPR, Team Falcons, and Furia are already there waiting for the winners of the lower round 1. And once that concludes, we also have the 4 teams that have made it past the group stage, weren't even in the wild card, and have I'm trying to find solidified their spot.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. In the Championship Sunday bracket, and 11 a.m., my personal favorite to win the tournament, Moist Esports.
Let's go Moist.
Has made it into the final bracket. Followed at noon, the other potential favorite to win this tournament, Team BDS. They've made it past, and then at 1 p.m. and 2 p.m., we have G2 Esports and FaZe Clan. And on that same day, all those teams will play, followed by the 2 semifinal games and the conclusion with the grand finals at 5 p.m. So, if you want to watch some really good Rocket League this weekend, we now are in the final stages of the World Championship, so go ahead, set your schedule down, grab some popcorn, and enjoy some good car soccer. But now moving on to Valorant. So a little update. Yesterday they shut down their competitive ranked queue because of a bug with Flash. You weren't getting flashed.
Yeah.
Abilities weren't working properly, and it was a game-breaking bug, so they shut down their queue. But it is all right because as of today, they have turned their competitive queue back on, and the exploit has been fixed.
Wow.
So if you want to hop back on and get mad at Valorant, then now's your chance.
Good for them. They fixed that really quick. You know, you usually gotta wait like months for that in the Halo Infinite community.
That is not a good sign.
No, it's not. That tells you anything.
But no, I mean, I don't know about y'all. Have y'all played Valorant before? Smokey?
No, Smokey hasn't played it either.
No.
Oh, no, it's a PC. That's right. But it's Counter-Strike, but with abilities. It's kind of like Counter-Strike Overwatch.
Yeah. That's what I've kind of got the thought of. Or Paladins, yeah. Paladins / Counter-Strike.
But every time I play it, I just get mad.
Oh,
it's like the one game I cannot play because I know I will get mad if I play it.
I don't doubt it, dude. That's like me with Power Washer Simulator, man.
But you know what doesn't make me mad?
What?
Game selling really well.
Okay.
And Guilty Gear Strive has now crossed 1 million copies sold as the first game in the franchise to reach the big milestone.
Nice. Is that only on PC as well?
That's all over.
Oh, it's on console too?
Yep, it's on console, PC, and I think the only one it is not on is Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, they don't get a lot of good games. I'm just kidding. They get a lot of first-party games. That's what I gotta say.
Now, 1 million copies typically doesn't really sound like a whole lot when it, like in the grand scheme of things. Like if you're thinking of like God of War or like when Elden Ring sold like 10 million copies in like its first month. But fighting games are a little bit different because of how niche this genre is. There are a lot of fighting game fans out there, and a lot of specific fighting game fans. You have anime fighting game fans. You have traditional fighting game fans. You have 3D fighting game fans. And a lot of those fan bases don't really cross very often. So when one of these games sells over 1 million copies and sells really well, and this is a first in the series for Guilty Gear, I mean, this is a really big milestone and shows they are really heading in the right direction with this franchise.
Yeah. I wish I could play it. It's actually not on Xbox.
It's not on Xbox? It is only on PlayStation.
Yeah, and it's on Microsoft Windows, so that's pretty much PC stuff, but that stinks. I really wanted to play. Huh.
It did just release a brand new character named Bridget, who I talked about a little bit over the past weekend when we were talking about Evo reveals and fan favorite character. And a lot of people are returning to the game because the start of a new competitive season, some gameplay changes have been made. So I guess a lot of people are coming back and enjoying playing Guilty Gear again. And people are picking up for the first time. But on to a little sponsorship news. So Reckless, a League of Legends star, has partnered with Nike to create customized workouts for gamers in the sportswear brands app.
Okay.
Got it. So K-Corp's Reckless is actually the third esports pro to partner with Nike, but aside from Gian Uzi Ziha and Felipe BRTT Goncalves,
some names,
Nike has become quite prominent in the esports scene. It really started in 2018 when Nike signed a multi-year partnership with the LPL, providing jerseys and even shoes for the region's players. So that's like a lot of like the league professional series. And then in 2022, Nike actually partnered with Blast to create limited sportwear apparel line for Counter-Strike fans.
Nice.
And Blast is actually a upcoming tournament in the Counter-Strike scene. It'll be happening in about a week. Group stage will be going on, so be prepared for that. I'll be giving y'all some more updates later on in the week. But third esports athlete to partner with Nike, and he's going to be creating custom workouts. And in a quote, he says, "Leveling up takes work. The grind is no game. There's power in everyone, and the challenge is to capture your power and let it flow through you when that moment calls for it."
This man lives life in an MMO.
But he does play one of the hardest lanes in League of Legends and is one of the best players to do it. But partner with Nike, creating custom workout for gamers. What do y'all think?
Yeah, he's a gamer through and through, man. I mean, if you got to level up your guy in CSGO and your guns and all that stuff, you might as well level up your temple, and that is your body. So you got to keep that going so you can keep playing the video games you love.
Indeed. And I actually saw a really good idea. Someone had a standing desk, and they put a treadmill under the standing desk. So whenever they're playing games, they're just walking on the treadmill the whole time. And they were walking I think 10 miles
a day.
Maybe. I don't think 10 miles a day, 10 miles a week.
Okay. See, if I tried to play a video game while walking, I'd probably be going up and down a lot. So I don't know if I would do that. I might get one of those athletic ball chairs where you can kind of move around on it all the time. Because I'm one of those guys that likes to move around. If you ever see me over here, I'm doing this. I'm wrapping my finger around this. I'm jumping up and down on this freaking seat. But yeah.
Do I need to start playing House of Pain for you?
No, I might just need some Adderall or something. I don't know. What does Adderall do? Does Adderall chill you out or does it make you focus?
My son has ADHD and it's got it's scripted some form of. It's not Adderall by name.
Yeah,
but it is.
It's something along the lines.
Vyvanse is the actual name of it. But yeah, it's supposed to mellow you out just a little bit and get you to focus.
Yeah. I was never taken to the doctors when I was younger, so I have no idea if I've got ADHD or not, so I'm not going to self-diagnose.
not you sound like, but we know what your dad's like, and it probably was rub some dirt on it, walk it off.
Exactly.
I
No.
100% know. I probably have it a little bit.
Quit being annoying.
I feel like everybody nowadays kind of has like some form of it, and obviously I don't want to belittle it in any type of way, but having these phones nowadays, you get on that like TikTok and stuff, which I don't have because it was making me worse. But you have that short attention span, and you're just always wanting to do something. So I mean, it's something everybody's got to deal with. But yeah, going back to esports activity wear and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know if I could use a treadmill. I like the standing desks. I think they're very interesting. I would use a athletic ball so I can roll around all day on it. Yep.
But moving on from League of Legends a little bit into Call of Duty. So, the Call of Duty League has announced its 2023 league year start date along with some new roster rules. So, the 2022 Call of Duty League year will officially end on August 21st, and the 2023 league year begins. It's quite weird literally how they do it. There is no break in between the league year. So, it will end at 11:59, and then the new year will begin at midnight.
Yeah. Okay. So, how about we stop doing the ball drop on December 31st, and we start doing the ball drop on the changeover to the new season of Call of Duty? I think that'd be a great idea.
But now,
no, nothing. I got nothing.
Nah, probably not.
Bandi had to force himself to laugh there.
But on the 22nd, CDL free agents can enter any contracts with any teams within the league. With the start of a new year, teams are able to explore trades with other CDL organizations and can submit trade requests to the league office. And the CDL will allow teams and players to discuss potential contracts ahead of the start of a league year, but may not enter into any formal agreements or make binding commitments to do so outside the permitted windows. So honestly, the way this is shaping up to be, they're setting it like really professional sports.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking the vibe going on over there.
Like, it's kind of free agency and trades. Like, this is very kind of how the NBA would handle it, in my opinion. But the league states that all long-term contracts will have a minimum term of 1 year, with the maximum being 3 years. Players will receive at least the league minimum, which for the 2023 season, can y'all guess what the league minimum might be?
17.
17? Smokey?
I'm right there with Captain Cool.
17? How about if you would like to become a professional Call of Duty player, the league minimum is $55,225, along with healthcare and retirement benefits. Teams are also required to pay out at least 50% of earnings directly to players, though could pay more if they elect to do so.
Jeez, I was meaning like 17,000. That's a lot more.
But still, I mean, $55K.
Jeez.
I need to add a second job here.
I know.
With that,
Yeah,
you said $55K plus bennies.
Yeah, $55K plus benefits, retirement and health benefits.
Wait. So that means that makes you a 1%er in like the eyes of 3-year Letterman, right?
Yep. By being a professional Call of Duty player.
Let's do it. I think it's time.
And that's the league minimum.
The league minimum is $55K. Man.
Jeez.
Now, this is also what I really like. There's also protection for players signed in non-guaranteed contracts, ensuring a buyout will be paid to the player in case of release from the team.
Hold on, I got one last question. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Which state is these taxes coming out of?
I don't know. But a lot of these...
Smokey's thinking about it.
Some of these teams are in like states like Florida.
I don't mind the Florida ones.
Yeah.
But if you give me some team out of Cali, no thank you. I ain't getting hit with them taxes.
But
anyway, I apologize. I'm sorry, but I had to figure out taxes.
I'm still trying to figure out taxes myself. I don't even know. But so they will have protection for players signed to non-guaranteed contracts, and ensuring a buyout will be paid to the player in case of release from the team. The league states if there are at least 60 days remaining in the term, the minimum buyout fee would equal 60 days salary plus any earned but unpaid bonuses and prize money. So they're making sure that, I mean, if you have a non-guaranteed contract, that if you do get removed from the team, that you're still insured your money.
Nice.
Yeah, these are all very good changes.
I am like flabbergasted.
I'm impressed as well.
I am like What?
Pays to play video games, Dad.
I mean, this is honestly
That's
kind of
what
the
you should show your dad. Be like, hey, look what I got here.
No, he'd probably say something and be like, I make way more than
But,
that.
you know.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, that would be him. But you could make a career starting out with that Honda Fan Cup tournament
Oh
that
my
you're about to do.
gosh. I'm dreading it, but I'm going to do it.
What's the first match, by the way?
It's I believe it's the 14th. I'm supposed to play. It might be even it's the 13th or the 14th for me. The
14th being a Sunday. This next Sunday.
Yeah, it's coming up. The 6th they had the first few games, which
Wait, 14th is this Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I'm dreading it. I'm like, gosh, I got to get my streaming setup ready, and then I'm going to stream, and I'm just going to lose. But I have confidence in myself, so I'm going to win.
Who are you going to play as?
Either the Bruins or the Predators, or I might just go get a little oddball team, play as the Kraken. I might play as the Kraken.
The Kraken?
Yeah, I might go all in. I love their color scheme. I was a fan of them as soon as they released the name. It's cool. Seattle. It's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No.
Might not be good in NHL, though.
No. But just make sure you got a good goalie. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Bruins.
I mean, that's kind of, but this is the trend or kind of the pace that Call of Duty has really been setting for the esports scene, is that they have been the most on it when it comes to these salaries and contracts and like making sure that their players are well taken care of.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. I mean, it is Call of Duty, so I mean, it's a name to say the least. So they need to be paying their players something if they're having them be forced to play Call of Duty pretty much year in and year out.
Yeah. Now, one last question before we go to break here. Are y'all excited for Modern Warfare 2?
Of course.
I mean, yeah. I haven't played Call of Duty in several years, so it's just if I got time. But for the people and for the esports world, I am very excited for it because then that provides us more content.
Yeah, indeed. In fact, the devs actually showed us some of that content coming to Modern Warfare 2.
Really?
Gave us a first look at their new Farm 18 map, which is going to be like a little remix of a fan favorite called Shoot House.
Oh, okay.
Shoot House?
Shoot House always has to be in it.
It's not like Roadhouse?
It's not like Roadhouse, it's Shoot House.
Oh, Shoot House, not Roadhouse.
So I saw that they were coming out with a map. Are you about to say the other map, or did you hear about the other map that they're coming out with?
I have not heard about the other map.
Did you see the Grand Prix one they want to come out with?
The Grand Prix.
There's like a race like going on in the background. It's like a F1 race, and the map is pretty much centered around that. It's actually pretty sick, and it did get me a little bit more hyped. But I'm already max hyped for Modern Warfare 2 because the only Call of Duties I play nowadays are Modern Warfare. Because I've already lost hope in all the Black Ops games, and Modern Warfare is just classic, and they can't go wrong with it, honestly, unless they try and add 3 more games to its life next year and the year after that.
Yeah. The only Call of Duty I'm playing now is Black Ops 3, and that's because of custom zombies.
Yeah, I don't have that on where I'm at.
Yeah. But custom zombies, amazing mode. And I will probably never touch Warzone until Warzone 2, when that drops with Modern Warfare 2, and see how that changes it up. But I'm hoping the cycle does not repeat itself because there's a new... Well, they're under new management.
Yeah.
They got a new boss, so I'm hoping that the Activision cycle doesn't repeat itself and that they don't make the same mistake that they did earlier. I don't know where I'm going with this, but either way, I need to end this segment. DF3 is coming up next with Smokey Mike Huncho. You're listening to the Afternoon Blitz.
The Blitz has been called.
With us today, Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville.
When we evaluate a patient and they indeed have significant venous disease, most third-party payers, private insurance, Medicare, require us to treat every patient conservatively at least 90 days. Conservative treatment includes increasing ambulation, elevation of the legs, and the wearing of compression stockings. It's very common for folks to come see us in March or April wanting to have their veins fixed before they go into swimsuits starting in June. When we see someone in March or April, they're going to require at least 90 days of conservative treatment before we can even go to the insurance carrier to get permission to treat their veins. So if you think you have a venous problem, now is the time to come in and get a free screening so we can determine whether or not you need something evaluated. If you have a vein problem or you think you may have a vein problem, now's the time to contact us at bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Don Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding a solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Final segment of the afternoon blitz on this Throwback Thursday right here. I'm sorry, guys. Every time I hear this, I got to Star-Lord a little bit.
Is it a Throwback Thursday?
I don't know. I just created that like 5 minutes before the show ends.
I don't think you did create that.
I don't know.
I think that was something that somebody else is doing in the studios.
I don't know. Whatever. 256-576-4977 is the phone number to get into our program. Anyway, we're going to have a fun Friday tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Very fun Friday. And Mark Stoops' reply to Cal hasn't been the only thing that has been going around with Kentucky because he is getting Cal is getting dragged by all the people in Lexington that I have seen. Kentucky football players are coming out. I mean, it is Cal he pissed off some people. He really did.
He should have.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Cal, you need to learn from like Bruce Pearl or, like Rick Barnes, who have good relationships with the football coaches as well to help promote everybody at the school instead of saying, I would love to see the football program win 10 games and win bowls, but we're a basketball school. When was the last time Kentucky was truly a basketball school? 2014?
Yeah, like 17 years ago. No, I'm just
back when they had like Anthony Davis.
I think it was the Anthony Davis, John Wall team. I really think that was the last time Kentucky could really call themselves a basketball school. But anyway, I'm stalling. Let's roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, the DF3.
Did you just say you were stalling?
I was stalling a little bit. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this DF3 right here. As I'm looking at the golf play for this weekend that I have put in, JT is 3 under.
Okay.
Corey Connors started off 1 over, and now he's 2 under through 9. JT's in the clubhouse. He's T23. Sunjay M is 1 over through 10. So he has a little bit of time to bounce back, but Scotty Scheffler, not a good day. 1 over par, T85, and this is round one of the first leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. And you've got the guy who went through the PGA Tour tournament this year like hot fire, and he's not doing so hot fire right now. It's not been good. Anyway, DF3. I got to go with, I have one game to pick. That seriously is what I got. I am not giving anybody no preseason. Absolutely not. You do not do DFS in the preseason. If you want to, I'd say just do like a dime or a quarter. Don't put like $20 on it like some of these morons. Anyway, DF3. I like, we got Cubs and Reds, Field of Dreams. I like Saya Suzuki. And then I go with a couple of Reds, and we'll go with back-to-back hitters right there with Kyle Farmer and Nick Senzel. Your pitchers for this evening is Drew Smiley for the Chicago Cubs and Nick Lodolo. Ole, 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 ole.
You got it.
Anyway, tomorrow's a fun Friday, boys.
I'm excited for it.
I'm stoked for it. We got Joe Hunk coming on, and he's going to be on at 2:25 tomorrow. And right now, as I was talking with him today, he was en route to man over Titans radio for the evening.
Nice. Big things.
Yes, very big things.
Good to see that.
And so he's going to be all prepared, and we're going to be talking Titans and Ravens talk a little bit more, see how the backups for Tennessee. Like game 1 of the preseason is seriously backup game.
Yeah.
It's you gotta. It's the biggest cut time. Besides the cut down to 53, your first cut is your most important one, because then that way you could be able to give people a little bit more playing time, and then start getting your starters a little bit more playing time to get them prepared for week 1 of the regular season. And I don't hear it in the back of my head, or back in the other room over there. The chat is missed over here.
It's not here. It's sad.
Well, hey, the chat might be filling in one day next week, so we'll see how that goes.
I know. I'm kind of excited, kind of scared, man. I'm gonna miss you.
He's gonna have some. He's gonna have better game talk than I will on that one. But anyway, we'll be back in 22 hours for Captain Cool and the Bandi Man. I'm Smokey. Have yourselves a good evening, everybody.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads.